So I had to write in the instruction manual just to try to figure out what parts were what and to make sure I wasn't missing anything. And so the ones I was confused about, I circled, and I eventually figured out what they were by watching the video and following along with the instructions here. So that's the reason I decided to label this for you, so that you wouldn't get frustrated the first time you assemble it. But anyway, I had to write in here, just follow along with the video where I show you each label, and then you can put it together easily by following along with the manufacturer's video. But you could watch the one that I make and have no problem putting the frame together. Just to simplify everything, I've assembled the frame because the instructions are not super clear, even the ones that you see online. This is the hardest part to assemble the craft. So you've got the bent front tube left, you've got the front mast bent front right. In the center here, attached to the front mast, I've got the torque bar. It's the one that's sliding. Then you have the front tube left. You have the front tube right. Seat frame right. Dagger board that goes to the seat frame. Seat frame left. Rear seat tube. Rear tube left. Rear tube right. Back bent right. Back bent left. It's going to have the rear rudder bar that goes in so that the rudder post can attach. That's the frame. And then I'll show all the other parts. Like the paddle itself is also used as part of the rudder and part of the dagger board. And so I'll describe that right now. So everything that's going to make up the paddle and the dagger board are protected by these covers. And one is going to be your rudder. You can follow the other video that shows how to connect this. And the other one is going to be your keel. Then we have splash guard, we have the seat back, we have the netting right there. We've got the sail itself, the carbon mast, which is easy to identify. All your extras here, like your bungees, everything else. Got the pump. Obviously you have the floats. And then you have the bag. But assembling the frame, because it's not labeled, or it wasn't before we set it up for demo, is the hardest part. So the only thing that I have done is to set up the frame so whoever buys it and assembles it for the first time, they could assemble the frame without even having to watch the video, or could follow along with this one and have no problem. Now, the manufacturers of this have set up a video, which I'll also put in the link, and it kind of describes how to set up the float, set up the sail, the carbon mast. It does all the more complicated, or the less complicated things. The most complicated piece is this frame. But I just wanted to show that. And one other thing, when you're trying to get these pieces to go together, follow the video that Kayacat makes, but slide this piece onto one of these and slide it all the way down. Be careful not to remove that. And if it scratches it off, just replace it. So you would slide this one all the way down when you first put it on, because you don't want to try to bend these apart you don't want to try to bend these two apart to fit this center piece in. You want to put this piece on, slide it all the way down so that you can slide it over here and fit it on that one, and to get it to snap in without having to pull these pieces apart. And the same thing goes back here. So again, take the rudder piece, slide it down when you first put it on, and that'll allow you to get this one in position and slide it back over until you can get these to snap in. But everything's set up, everything is labeled to make the most difficult part easy. And I was surprised, this little pump here pumps that thing up really well. I thought I was gonna have to go get a kiteboarding pump, but it doesn't take long to pump these up. And then they have the safety valves. Follow the video for the complete, the manufacturer's video, the part 1, part 2 for the complete assembly. But trying to follow along with them can be difficult. This model is a little different than the one that they show on the manufacturer's video because it doesn't have the sheeting tabs. Either they've changed it, they put the ability to tension the sail here, but you won't have the sheeting tabs back here near the rudder like they show in the one that they're using. So they've changed, and they've put out a different model. Other than that, that is it. All the parts are in the bag and they all fit in that backpack, which is crazy.